Hikaru was known throughout the village of Mikazuki as a kind and gentle fisherman. With a heart full of kindness and a smile that could light up the darkest of days, he carried himself with a quiet strength. But beneath that warm exterior lay a broken soul, haunted by the tragic loss of his family in a catastrophic accident at sea. The ocean, which had taken everything from him, was also his livelihood. Every day, he faced his fears and memories, casting his nets into the abyss, hoping for a better tomorrow. One particularly cold morning, Hikaru and his crew embarked on a journey to the most remote part of the ocean under the orders of their wealthy and ruthless boss. This part of the sea was notorious for its barren waters, but the promise of a big catch kept them going. Days turned into weeks, and their nets remained empty. The endless horizon and the relentless waves became an oppressive force, a silent reminder of their growing despair. As the days wore on, the crew's morale deteriorated. The once jovial conversations turned into desperate whispers. The lack of food and the haunting silence of the ocean preyed on their minds. Hikaru tried to keep everyone's spirits up, but even his own resolve was weakening. The remoteness of their location seemed to drain the life from them, leaving only a hollow sense of dread. One night, the moon hung high in the sky, casting an eerie glow over the desolate waters. Hikaru, exhausted from another fruitless day, fell into a restless sleep. In the dead of night, he was jolted awake by a sharp pain. He found himself tied up, and the horrific realization hit him: he was missing a hand. His trusted friends, driven to madness by hunger, had cooked and eaten his hand while he slept. The terror and betrayal Hikaru felt in that moment were indescribable. His heart pounded in his chest, a mix of fear and rage propelling him to break free from his bonds. Despite the excruciating pain, he fought with a ferocity he never knew he possessed. One by one, he confronted his former friends, their desperate eyes reflecting his own anguish. The battle was brutal and bloody, but Hikaru emerged victorious, his will to survive stronger than ever. As he lay on the deck, the night sky spinning above him, the ship's net suddenly pulled in something massive. The crew's hopes were briefly rekindled, thinking they had finally caught some food. But as they hauled it in, their relief turned to horror. Entangled in the net was the grappling hook devil, an otherworldly creature with the form of a grotesque octopus. Its hooks glinted menacingly in the moonlight, and its laughter echoed through the night, a chilling sound that sent shivers down Hikaru's spine. The grappling hook devil emerged from the net, its presence a nightmarish vision against the stark sky. Its grotesque, sinewy tentacles writhed with unnatural fluidity, each ending in a deadly, glittering hook. The sight was beyond anything Hikaru had ever imagined, a horrific blend of reality and nightmare. The devil's laughter was a cacophony of malice and amusement, resonating with the agony and bloodshed that surrounded them. Despite his injuries and exhaustion, Hikaru's determination flared anew. With a surge of primal strength, he faced the devil in a battle that defied reason. The struggle was desperate, every movement a testament to his will to live. The air was thick with tension and the smell of blood. The sea, usually a source of life, seemed to conspire with the darkness, amplifying the eerie atmosphere. Finally, with a last, desperate effort, Hikaru managed to overpower the grappling hook devil. Driven by an instinct he couldn't fully understand, he consumed the devil's flesh. As the grotesque taste filled his mouth, he collapsed, slipping into an otherworldly dream. In his dream, he found himself in a dark, surreal landscape. The grappling hook devil appeared before him, its presence more menacing than ever. It offered him a deal: his life in exchange for becoming its instrument of death. Hikaru, thinking he could reject the offer, soon realized that he had already been irrevocably changed by the devil's flesh. The deal was sealed. Hikaru awoke on the shore, miraculously healed but forever altered. Days passed in a blur as he dealt with his new reality. He discovered his colleagues preparing for a new haul, their eyes filled with a familiar despair. His suspicions were confirmed. Their wealthy boss had sent them to their deaths to avoid paying them. Fueled by a burning desire for vengeance, Hikaru embraced his new power. His body was now a fusion of man and machine, his head and hands formed into grappling hooks of hell. He hunted down everyone connected to his boss, his methods brutal and merciless. His quest for justice turned him into an anti-hero, feared and reviled by those who crossed his path. Hikaru swore to kill anyone he considered evil, becoming a legend of blood and brutality in the world of Chainsaw Man. The once kind and gentle fisherman was no more. In his place stood the grappling hook devil, a harbinger of death and retribution, driven by a twisted sense of justice and a desire to cleanse the world of its darkness. Thanks for watching. Like and sub if you enjoyed.